Hi, in this video, I'll be showing you how to create group sets and groups. But before we get started with that, it's important to understand the difference between the two. Group sets are the main types of groups that you might be creating, and examples of those include like a presentation group, a book study group, or even an assignment group. Within your group set, once you create that, you'll have your actual student groups like group 1, group 2, etc. That's where you'll actually put your students into specific groups and move them around if need be. Now that we're ready to get started adding your groups, open up your Canvas course like I have here, and then click on People on the left-hand navigation. Once People loads, you'll notice that you have a tab at the top that says Groups. Go ahead and click on that tab. And if you have not created groups in the past, you'll see a screen that looks like this. And it does explain that student groups are useful because they do keep things like a calendar, a discussion board, and collaboration tools all in one place for that student group. So it's very similar actually to them having their own separate course within the course that you have. At the top here, you'll see a group set button. Let's click on that group set button. And this is where you would create that first group set. In this example, I'm going to use presentation group. You do have an option to do self-sign up. I'm not going to demo that right now because I think most would rather put their students in groups on their own. However, be aware that that is available and it allows the students to go in and choose their own groups. Below that is group structure, and this is where you would select how your groups are created. You could automatically split them into 5 groups with 5 students per group, or you can select I'll create groups manually. For the purpose of this video, we're going to create our groups manually. Then you'll click Save. I want to create 3 groups of my 15 students. So I'll come up here to the top and click on the Group button. And I'm going to simply call it Group 1. You can leave this box blank and not worry about it, or you can say I want to limit the group to 5 members to just make sure that I don't accidentally go over that number. So I'll click Save, and I'll go ahead and create groups 2 and 3. Now that I have all of my groups created, I can simply go to group 1, and notice I click this arrow to toggle that open. I know that I have 0 of 5 students added, so now I can simply click and drag the students that I would like to be in this group, and the same for the rest of the groups. And then my students will be added. Now that I've added all of the students that I need, notice that these 2 groups say they are full. So it will automatically give you a notification if you have added too many students or just enough students to that particular group. I'd also like to note up here at the top next to your Add Group button, you have a 3-dot button. If you click on that, you'll notice you do have an option to randomly assign students. So if you wanted to see what Canvas did as far as grouping your students, you could do that and then simply move them around if you don't like where they're located.